Oh, blow the man down, bullies, blow the man down.
Give me way, blow the man down.
Blow the man down, bullies, blow him away.
Give me some time to blow the man down. We went over the bar on the 13th of May. Way, blow the man down. The Gallagher jumped and the gale came away. Give me some time to blow the man down.
As I was a-walking down Paradise Street,
Give me way, blow the man down.
a saucy young damsel I happened to meet.
Give me some time to blow the man down.
The front. I'll show you guys. This is the back. Where I want it to end is right there. Okay, so you hold that, and you can like use washi or something to like put it in place if you are scared that it's going to move on you. Again, any irregular shape you can do this with. Just a temporary washi tape there. Wrap it around the front and mark your spot. And this one I prefer to use pencil. Of course my pencil is not sharpened. I use this really light color, so I want it to stop right there. Just use that little mark. Take the washi off. There we go. And find my tape, my little mark that I made, which I cannot see, so that must be a good thing, right? There it is right there. Okay, so if you made it exactly the way mine is, it should be about 8.5 inches. Got to color in the side here. Color this bottom. Okay guys, if you're not a measurer and you want to, you have this. Now, wherever the templates are, obviously you can use those, but like I've lost my templates, so alternate method. Are you ready? First, turn off the lights. I'm going to turn this off. Hopefully you can still see. I still got some window light, so you should be able to see. Then get yourself a tea light, and this is a pumpkin tea light. This isn't a bright one, so if you have a bright one, it'd probably be even better. Put it in your hole. Take some copy paper and put it exactly where you would want your your mat to go. It's going to be, the copy paper has to be cut to the same size as your mat, which in this case is 3 7/8 by 4 7/8. And then you can take your pen, your pencil. I'm going to go ahead and take my X-Acto knife and cut around. Right around the outside. If my X-Acto knife were sharper, it would be easier. And that's where your hole is. Okay, that is the non-measurement method. So I'm going to put this as the right. I seem to have a lack of writing utensils. Okay, so that's the right. Flip her over and do the same thing on the other side. Keep the correct drawer with the correct side, just in case they ended up a little different. Make sure that's straight on there. It's like for all of you that are always looking for an easier way to do something, this is it. I mean, I am too. That's what work smart, not hard, right? All right. Alternate method of cutting mats. Let's turn on some lights again and get that covered. Okay. This is the left mat. So now what I do, in this one I need to cut a little bit more off of. This is the Tim Holtz ruler, and it has a metal edge. That's why I keep flipping it over. It confuses me sometimes, but... Okay, and this is the left. So what we do, and you put it right on, because then after this is cut, we have to cut like a 1/16 of an inch border around it. So I'm going to line up on my photo mat, or my craft mat there. And this at the biggest, I'm going to use the biggest point because it's not always exactly right, and move out about a 1/16 of an inch. Just want to visualize what you want it to look like when it's on, as far as how much. Whoops, I cut that crooked. That's what happens when you get to going too fast. And let's see here. Doesn't look straight. Alright, you can always take more off, but it's hard to add it back on. So I think this may be a little undersized, except for that huge piece that I hacked off. We'll just glue that on, not a big deal. Corner. Alright, let's see here. About the same. If I would have taken the bigger dimension and added a 1/16, it would have been fine. So let's do that. I do want it to be straight though. Line it up on my mat. And about right there. Okay, I already did the outside of the box. Let's do You can use black paint instead of permanent marker. It's just quicker for me to use permanent marker. Again, I'm going to use glue on this, especially since I messed this piece up here. I definitely want that to stick. Add the extra glue to it all the way to the edge. There we go. This is the little piece that I messed up on. Just stick him down. Okay, and then this drawer, I don't have washi on it. Let's go ahead and washi it up. Great way to use up your washi tape. Except, as we experienced before, this is not the best washi tape in the world. It's rather annoying. I got it on clearance, but even from, well, I got it on clearance from Joann Fabrics, but even then, it shouldn't be expired. I think I just, no, that's right. And then the bottom piece, color the top. The ones with foil don't seem to do the same thing. It's almost like they're tempered. Add some glue there. Okay. Now, for handle pulls, I have some, what I would like to do is use beads for the handle pulls. I've got these two beads, and I'm sorry about the mirrors, guys. Let's see. Turn them upside down. I can't find my head pins I planned on using here. There's one. Okay, there they are. So I just got beads, 2 head pins, and we are going to secure them that way. So you just, and these are beads that I got from Etsy, I think. And I just take, I have a, I don't remember what this is, like an awl, I guess. And right in the middle of the drawer, make sure that it fits before I, there we go. Right in the middle of the drawer, you poke a hole. You put your head pin in. And then I'm going to take another bead, which it it doesn't matter what kind of bead it is. I have one sitting around somewhere. I'll go get one. Okay, I take another bead, thread it on the inside. I'm going to use my needle nose pliers here. Push that down and then cut the excess. Okay, so it looks like that. And the excess is right there. And then you just put a drop of like E6000 on that, which is somewhere that I cannot find right now. I'm just going to go ahead and put some regular glue on that for now, and then I'll find my E6000. Okay, so there's that one. Take that drawer out. I'm going to do the other side. The same way we did this side. So I have my paper template that I made. This one I kind of went out of the lines on. And this is how my desk gets all messy when I'm on a project. You just get more and more tools out. Just remember, you can always cut more off, but it is way hard to add them back on. Okay, looks like I need about 8 more minutes right here. That's like 3/16 of an inch. Hope it's not too much. All right. Again, we're gonna add nope, not bad at all. All right. And if you wanted to, I'm not going to, but after this is done, you can Mod Podge the whole thing. And then it'll be kind of, you could wipe it down if it got dirty if you needed to. Alright, I'm going to do this drawer. Which way the drawer goes in. It must be this way. Oh, you know what? I'm not... I covered up my bottom part here. And that's the last of the cutouts, guys. Yay. Right? Let's see here. The drawers. Oh, you can cover the bottom also, but I'm not going to. Nobody's going to look at the bottom, okay? We're going to put our close up here. Head pen. Bead. Let's see. Where's my... pokey thing. I moved my pokey, there it is. Hole. Put the head pen in. Oops. I didn't go all the way through. That's my problem. There we go. And I don't want to like push it down in there far enough that it makes like this huge hole. Okay. Now, thread this bead on the back end of that. Just like that. I'm going to take my needle nose and bend that down right tight with the inside bead and then push it down with your fingers. Okay, cut with your needle or your wire cutters. And then I'm just making that fold down even more. If you wanted to cover the inside of the drawers, then you have to do it before you do this, by the way. I just crimp that down a little bit more on the bead, and then I'm going to put some E6000 on it. There we go. I don't have E6000 right here on my desk like I thought I did, so I just used some quick dry there. And then there you go. Now we can put this one in for now to make sure that the drawers don't get mixed up. And I'm not going to use the handles yet because the glue's not dry on the inside. Okay, we had cut this paper for the outside. Alright, let's glue that on. And then I cut a same size piece for the inside. I may have to cut like 3/16 of an inch off because the inside versus outside. And what I like to do is this is the edge of my table. It's round. The edge of the table round, but that doesn't matter. You can do it. That's going to make the paper a little more round. You can also rubber band it so that it's not so prone to lifting up. So, but what we can do is ultimately the glue's going to hold it, right? But let's put some tape on it to get it to kind of stick while we're waiting for the glue to dry. And this pattern is, doesn't matter which way we put it. Oops, sorry. I'm going me back in a little bit. Glue all the way to the ends. If not, it will stick up. It's one of those times that you can like rub the glue in. I'm not gonna do that. I am impatient. Okay, so start with the back just like we did before. Where you want it. We've already done this, so we know it fits. Okay, and we're going to let that dry. Now on this side, I have that magnet there. We're going to have to take the tape off of that. You could just put a piece of washi over that so the magnet doesn't have to go through this really thick cardstock, but I think we'll be alright. I'm going to check my measurement by laying this piece of cardstock inside. Again, the inside is a little thinner than the outside. I'm going to take about 1/16 of an inch off, and I'm going to just cut it the same size as the other one. Okay. I did not do the memory. And this is the bubble paper. I thought about using the darker side so that, because this is the secret compartment, but then I thought it would be like too dark. Okay, and it looks like I'm going to be a good 1/2 inch too long. So So let's see. This is now cut to a little over 5 3/4 by 7 7/8. And I feel that that'll be okay. So same thing on this. Tape to hold it in place while the glue dries. Take off the tape off of the score tape. Take the side off of the score tape. I put a lot of glue on the inside of this. It's on the inside, so it's not gonna matter. Ow, sorry. It's not gonna matter so much if it bubbles up. And I got it in the wrong spot. But it's staying, so I'm gonna have to the magnet's still good. I'll just put a piece of washi tape on the other side. Okay, so this is, I got a rough edge here. I got a rough edge here from these papers, so I'm gonna find a probably like a border punch, or we can use a piece of lace to go over that to hang down. Let's go ahead and do that while the lid's still drying completely. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. I'll find a piece of lace and then we'll put that on together. So there's that. And let's go ahead and put the handle on this drawer. Again, you can cover the bottom if you want. So it goes in like this. For this handle, I have one of these guys. Super cute little antique-y deal. And he has brads to hold him on. Make sure that these brads are the right ones, that they don't fall through, and that they're the right size. Now we have to get it in about in the middle. I mean, it's not life or death situation here, and the washi tape helps. So let's see. This is 5 inches, so the middle has to be at 2.5. That's like there. Okay, take my pokey thing. This pokey thing came from the hardware store. It may or may not be an awl. I can't remember. Okay, I think that may be the last time I need the pokey thing. And then the brads go on here. Here. Okay, you guys. I lost some. I lost some stuff. So I put this on using brads and then just reinforced it with some glue. A lot of glue that I just stuck my finger in. And then I traced these in order to get those to fit. I just put it down and actually traced the side. And then I traced the back side of this for that one, and then we'll just have to modify it a little bit because it's not exactly round. I turned my camera on and forgot to press record. Okay, and basically this is the part that you missed on the other one, is kind of trying to get it to fit up. It's not bad different, but it's different enough that you want to fix it. It would almost be better if you used the darker side if you were worried about seeing the imperfections, like, because this obviously up against the black is, you know, there's a stark contrast. If you use the dark side, it's not so much of a contrast, but I'm not horribly worried about it. So I'm going to trim down this edge a little bit more. You see it kind of has like a flat spot there. Maybe a little bit right here. And that's good for me. Like I said, if you had your templates from when we cut the chipboard, that would be the easiest, quickest, and most accurate way to do it. Go. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go find some lace, and we're almost done with the jewelry box. Okay, so let's cover some of the more unsightly areas. And I got my glue gun heated up. I'll get an extra glue stick just in case. Okay. So the first thing, I found some purple gingham type lace in my stash. That is going to go just right on the front here. I'm going to cut a piece a little along there and straighten this side out. I totally put this on backwards, but it's okay from both sides, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. It's a little lighter on this side. I stretched it out a bit. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then I'm going to put this strand of flat back pearls that Kim sent me in a swap. Thank you very much. Right on the edge here, cover up some of my inconsistencies. I'll do the same on this side. Okay, so that covered up the sides there and the little rough edge I had here. And then I want to make a closure, so I thought I would use this piece here off of the chipboard. And I'm going to put it right there, but first we're going to put a magnet on the back. Okay. First I'm going to place the bottom magnet so it has a chance to dry. And it looks like I'm gonna need some chipboard to build up this. I'm just gonna layer some chipboard under here, and we'll cover it up with a sticker. Okay, I think that'll be good. So, not crooked. Here, and glue the magnet on. Let's glue a sticker on. Or, you know what? I think let's do this. Let's use one of these chipboard pieces. How about the seashell here? Instead of these two pieces of chipboard. And then we'll just put a little sticker over the magnet. Like that. That's a little prettier. And we have some round stickers. We have a shell, starfish. Let's use this little, see, that one's not quite big enough. Here's a piece of coral. Looks like it's going to fit right over it. So there's that to hide the sticker, or to hide the magnet. And then the chipboard, like I said, it's prettier than the other. And then this piece of chipboard, we don't really have to cover it, except for the bottom. So I'm going to take my offcut here. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to use this offcut as a template for the inside pieces, and then we can use this to cover. Do it again. Because the inside of that box hasn't been covered yet. Okay, and then I'll just use the dark side, is fine. And just cover the bottom half of the chipboard without getting glue all over. Just stick that on there. Flip it over. And it's easier to cut without glue all over it. There we go. Alrighty. I'll glue the top. Close it the way that it would be closed. Get your magnets straight. And then when that glue is dry, hopefully that'll stay. Alright, so let's cut out these side panels. I'll use the darker side for no particular reason. So I glued my top shut here. There we go. Looks like I'm a little long. Of course, that's the inside, so it's going to be smaller on the inside than it is on the outside. Still too big here. There we go. That's good now. This one. Okay. Now the last thing we gotta do is make a measurement here. Looks like it's gonna be 4 by 6, right? So that's 4 by 6. So let's cut. I have this scrap piece here. I'm gonna do like a 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. And let's use the seahorse side. And if you guys want an album to put in this, the, was it a tag album? Fits perfect. Here, I'll show you. It's the one that, the smaller one that we did with the this album fits in there. The one that we did with all the cut aparts, and this collection has a whole bunch of cut aparts, so it'd be perfect. And it fits right in the top here. So if you guys wanted to put an album in it, that's how you would do it. In the little secret compartment. Okay, now for this, we're going to put a mirror. We're going to mosaic a mirror up here. So I'm going to use the dark paper again. Cut this to 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. It's going to fit right here. And then we're going to just mosaic this mirror, or you can put a mirror on there, or you can put whatever you want on there. I've had these little mirror pieces forever, so I'm just going to hot glue them on here and then glue it onto the top. Okay, so I'm going to leave my light off so that the mirrors don't shine on you. Actually, I'll do it off camera, but I wanted to show you I don't have enough mirror mosaic pieces to cover the whole thing, so I'm going to hot glue these like this and then put this down in the corner here. Okay, so I got my mirror done here, just needs to be wiped off. I hot glued my chipboard piece, and I'm just gonna put some of these flat back. They look like, I think they look like turtle shells. And then we got flowers, but those really don't go. Okay, and then we got pearls we can use, but I think I'll use some of these little purple stars. And then, let's see here. I'm gonna Put one here. Try not to make too big of a mess. Put one here. I got a squeaky toy in the room, guys. But it's better than her eating my stuff. Okay, and we'll put one down here. There we go. Alright, done with the hot glue gun as far as I know. And then I'm going to use my 6x6 score tape to get this really stuck on. It needs to be cut down about 1/4 inch both sides. Nova, don't eat my stuff. Okay. And that's gonna go right here. Okay, and the only thing left is to cover the bottom. And I have strips. Let's see, is it? This will fit. I have this scrap piece of paper. I like using dark colors on the bottom because it's going to get dirty just from sitting on things and scooting around. Nova, Nova, no, don't. Don't eat my paper. So we're going to use the back side of this. And you can't see this, but I'm just putting this right on the bottom. There we go. One more thing left to do, and that is just cover up this tab here that has the tape on it, and I'm just going to use this washi tape. You can use, if you don't have washi tape, you can use like masking tape and color it. You can use paper, just don't add a whole lot because you don't want the bulk on it. Washi tape is really thin, so. Alright, there we go. Alright, you guys, I think that about sums it up. See how that just falls down in there. This connects here. It's really not going, it's not, on mine, it's not making a connection, but you'll have that. It's fine. It's fine the way it is. And then I think I just may put some sequins in the bottom here just to like make it interesting. Make it look like there's gems in there. And there you go, that's it. Thank everybody for watching. Go to countrycraftcreations.com and get you the latest paper collection. The other thing we can do, I was get sidetracked, is we can add some flowers. So I may do that too. So it's just decorating from here on out. All the structural stuff is done. All the measuring's done. You guys all have a great day. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. I thank you very much. See you next time.